So the next topic we got here is again from Comic-Con. It's the new Godzilla movie that got released or got revealed, and yeah, I mean, there's not really too much else to say about the story. Besides, there's going to be a new Godzilla movie. Not since the I believe it was 1999 when that came out, like the other Godzilla movie.
1998.
Yeah.
1998. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like there was that Godzilla movie that came out that a lot of Godzilla fans and I guess just movie fans in general just didn't like. I wasn't a fan of it either. I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan, but I'm always intrigued by new big monster movies, especially after like Pacific Rim and like there's been some success from that. So, and the poster looks really cool, just seeing like his giant spiked tail and the helicopters coming towards and stuff. So you kind of get a sense of the scale of this guy.
Yeah.
How psyched are you guys for a new Godzilla?
Okay, well, I think it's important. Like, I was not excited about this. I was curious about it. But I did not become excited about this until I saw what will hopefully be the Godzilla model for this movie. They revealed this. They didn't really reveal it at Comic-Con. They didn't really show anything to the public. But this is apparently with some pictures that were taken. This Godzilla looks terrifying to me in the best way possible. Like,
That's what he should. Yeah.
He is thick. He looks like a giant lizard on two legs. Like, it looks good.
And I might and just say something. We don't know if it's a he or a she because Godzilla's changed gender.
Yeah,
but
it looks amazing.
Yeah, it definitely looks amazing. And it's funny because it's like, if you've ever paid attention to any of all the Godzilla models, there's been several. They've, like, from the original black and white from the first movie, look totally different from like the current one, and they have had several Godzilla models. So them pulling part of a design of an older Godzilla, like, and just giving it new life, like, that's awesome.
It looks really
cool.
good.
Yeah.
It looks really, like I said, it looks like what a giant monster should look like.
Yeah.
And it's the design that they actually kind of reference, if you look at the face, is from when like Godzilla was fighting Destroyer, which is part of the last films of like the actual series, because Destroyer killed Godzilla, if anybody's familiar with that. And that design that they pulled, like the face, you can tell where it has like the remnants of how it looked, but it's like they've made it look a little bit different. They've given it completely new life.
Yeah.
And as far as the film goes, with you saying that thing about giant monster movies, because we're all familiar with Cloverfield. That was the last film before they did.
And I thoroughly enjoyed Cloverfield.
Yeah,
I thought it was
wonderful. And Cloverfield was amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
And that was what we were hoping was going to be like a catalyst for giant monster movies, but there wasn't anything really made between there that was like a big deal until they got to Pacific Rim, and that I think is the catalyst for this, because it's like now.
Well, Guillermo del Toro is directing both.
Exactly.
Guillermo del Toro is the basis.
He's trying to bring back like a whole monster movie movement all by himself.
That's fine. Do it, man. Do it.
And them doing what I'm going to assume may be an origin film, because I don't
think so.
Yeah, I don't want to say they're not doing it, but I'm kind of in the sense it's like, well, you can get away with that with Godzilla, because the only real origin film they've ever made was the black and white one, other than that new piece of crap that had Matthew Broderick in it. But
I mean, how much of an origin do you really need for Godzilla? I mean, he's basically just like a monster who came from the water.
I always think it's important for an origin for a Godzilla film, because the original Godzilla film was done out of this giant fear of this thing. Not necessarily the monster is representative of the time. That kind of thing. Like, the monster really isn't the feature. The monster is the idea at that point. Like, you have to instill the idea that some of the things we've done as people aren't that great. And we have to admit that to ourselves. And something like a Godzilla makes us realize that we think that we're the top of the food chain. We think we're the best. What if we're not?
We've already seen Godzilla done, in the giant monster format where it was all the monsters. The entire movie focal point was the monsters, where it doesn't just have to be the monster in this. And they can do it right, because I can see where they tried to do that with its predecessor, but it didn't come out as well as it
Well, you tried to make it more of a comedy.
Yeah.
When it should have been a giant monster movie.
Yeah,
you know?
they really
That's a
should.
lot of fish.
Well, I think he's supposed to attack San Francisco, so my guess is
American, yeah.
But I will say this much: if you're kind of pulling from Toho just a little bit, you know, give homage, pay homage, because Godzilla came from a Japanese origin. You know, like, yeah, it's just like pay some type of homage to it, and don't make him completely Americanized. You know?
I mean, maybe you can like start off the movie. Like, I'm just kind of throw out like an idea here, but maybe you can like start off the movie like where you have Godzilla. He shows up in like in like Japan. You don't actually fully show Godzilla yet because you want to wait for the big reveal later when he's actually in San Francisco. But have him destroy Tokyo at the beginning. Like, he destroyed Tokyo, now Tokyo's ruined. And everyone in America is like wondering, well, what the hell happened to Tokyo and everything. And then he comes from the water, like through the Pacific Ocean up to like where San Francisco is.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
And that's not a bad way to explain that, you know.
How did Godzilla get to New York? Let's talk about that. That is legitimately stupid.
Wait, you know what's funny about it is that the idea of going to New York wasn't almost all dumb. It was how they did it. How they did it was dumb. I mean, I'm just kind of like, that's stupid. Like Godzilla's way more terrifying than that and bigger. And I don't know. It's just like, I think they didn't have to dumb Godzilla's character down to make a good movie. They could have kept it the same way, and people would have fucking loved it. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, it didn't take much.
Yeah, it didn't take much at all. You know. But as far as having I don't know, as far as having Godzilla in it, you know, them doing that, that's a good play. You know, obviously somebody's taking notes somewhere and doing some type of homework, because even the poster looks amazing.
Yeah, the poster looks awesome.
The poster looks amazing. So
he looks like a giant monster.
Yes, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the actual trailer. I'll say that much, because
I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is.
Let's go.
I think this is one of those. I think this is one of those things that, especially doing an origin film, if they do win, which that's still just a smart idea, it'll make up for, you know, nobody's gonna remember them doing the old Godzilla film anymore. Like, it'll make up for it. It'll be like a really good fresh start.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Definitely.
Yeah.